Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports, and we have got an underdog pick'ems video for you. We're going to be talking about the beginning of rivalry week in the NBA. The first slate is going to be on Tuesday, January 23rd. We've got 5 games, and we've got 2 rivalry games. We have the Knicks and the Nets, and we have the Clippers and the Lakers. So should be an exciting night of basketball. Not a huge slate, but we've often seen some of these smaller slates end up being super entertaining. And I sometimes when we're just coming out of this divisional round weekend of football and basketball, and there's like so much content that it's kind of nice when you start to get just a little dip, like a nice 5-game slate to just kick back, watch a couple games. You're not focusing your attention on all these different games going at the same time. So I'm looking forward to a smaller slate personally, and I can't wait for that Lakers Clippers game. Before we get into our plays, if you've never tried Underdog, use our promo code BACKDOOR and they'll double your first deposit up to $100 and give you a bonus pick'em entry. I think it's a bonus pick'em play that they give you. But yeah, just use code BACKDOOR and they'll match your first deposit up to $100. And if you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. We run a lot of different types of content on this channel, and this is our first look show, and we'll also have our daily show tomorrow, hitting you with even more plays. And if you have your notifications on, that's kind of your best bet to catch the value when we first put these plays out, because the lines move on you sometimes, or plays get removed while they're figuring out where to move the lines to. And so with notifications on, you can jump right on these plays if you like what we're getting into. And if you guys don't mind, just like the video. It's really the best way to support the channel. You guys have been killing it for us, and we can't thank you enough. We've been growing at a really fast rate, and we're very thankful for everyone helping us get there by liking the video, because that's really the best way to get us in front of a larger audience and to get more subscribers, is just liking the video. So we appreciate you guys. So these are the plays we're getting into. I'm going to be taking Lauri Markkanen for over 10.5 rebounds and assists. And I'm going to be taking Zion Williamson for higher than 4.5 assists. What are you getting into, Jordy?
Yeah, I'm going to be going with Paul George for over 3.5 three-pointers made, and Anthony Davis for over 16.5 rebounds and assists.
All right. Well, before we get into these breakdowns, we want to tell you about another platform we like called Chalkboard. We've actually partnered up with them. It's kind of similar to Underdog and similar to Sleeper in the sense that it's a little bit more like Sleeper because they don't have insured plays. You have to hit all of the plays on your slip in order to win your entry. But that's just because they give you the freedom to move the lines. You can bump them up or bump them down and get a higher payout. If you make it a little bit more difficult, and a smaller payout, but a more likely to hit prop by lowering the line. So they give you a lot of freedom in that regard. And they have plays as low as $1, just like Underdog. So if you're interested in checking that out, they'll match your first deposit up to $100 just by using code BACKDOOR when you make your first deposit. And there's a link in the description of the video if you want to check that out. So, all right, let's get into these plays. All right, so to get us started here, I'll be taking Lauri Markkanen over 10.5 rebounds and assists. Let's look at this over-under. We got a 239.5 over-under with the Pelicans favored by 6.5. I personally think it should be a little bit closer than that because the Jazz have really been putting it together as of late, and they've been kind of staying consistent with it. So I'm excited to catch this game, though. This is actually a pretty good slate for it's not too small, but 5 is not big by any means. So I'm excited to get into this game as well. If we hop over here to Outlier, we can see at that 10.5 line, which I think is really low, he's gone over this 7 out of his last 10 games. And his last game, he missed it by 1 rebound or assist. He's got a great matchup here. At the center position, which he plays sometimes, the Pelicans are 24th in rebounds allowed and 30th in assists allowed. I know he bumps over to power forward sometimes too. And it's a little bit more difficult if he is playing the 4 at 13th in rebounds allowed and 3rd in assists allowed. But this is Lauri Markkanen. We see what he's been doing here. He's been on a burner. So I'm feeling good about this. We don't have to be concerned about his minutes. He's consistently getting over 30 minutes. He's only had a couple games over the last like 8 games where he's gone under that 30-minute mark, but it's been trending up again. So I like him to hit this. I think he could do this on rebounds alone. So I'm feeling good about this play. If we hop over to Daily Grind, for Lauri Markkanen, this is actually the top play on Underdog, according to Daily Grind. They've got this pretty high at a 53.32% odds to hit and a minus 135 on their odds. And we've got pretty much minus 135 on most of the other odds makers. So I'm feeling good about this play. That'll be my first play. And then Zion Williamson over 4.5 assists is another one. Same game, so I don't need to break down the over-under. But it's another one that I'm just like, this is just too low for him. Again, 7 out of 10 games he's hit this. He had this one game against Phoenix where he didn't get it done, but those like low spike games don't happen too often for him. The game before that against Charlotte, he went for 9, and he's gone for 5 or more pretty consistently over the last 10. And another player that you don't really have to be too concerned about his minutes getting pulled, pretty much hanging around that 30-minute mark for the most part. And we've got a great matchup here for him when it comes to assists. The Jazz are 26th in assists allowed to power forwards. Hopping over to Daily Grind here. They've got this at the top as the top play for Williamson as well. 52.43% odds to hit and a minus 129 on the Daily Grind odds. And then we got a minus 125 or higher across the board with all of the other odds makers. So I'm feeling good about these two plays. And by the way, if you are interested in checking out Outlier, it's a really great statistical analysis tool for plays like this. And they'll give you a 7-day free trial if you're interested in checking it out. There's a link in the description of the video. But yeah, these are the two I'm rolling with, Jordy. You want to get into yours?
Yeah, man. So to get into mine here, I'm so stoked to have this partnership with Underdog because I've been playing Underdog for a long time, and it feels good to be back on this platform where I pretty much started with my whole pick'em deal. So I'm going to be going with these two plays. Oops, one of these is yours. Lost one of mine. I'm starting off with this Paul George one. Paul, not Pac. Paul George for over 3.5 3-pointers made. I feel pretty good about this one. He's got the highest contested 3-pointer percentage in the NBA right now. So he's just, you can tell he pulls it right in front of your face. He doesn't really care. And he's shooting the ball with a lot of confidence. He missed his game against Brooklyn. He had a really bad shooting night in that game. So I think against the Lakers, where he did this once against them, this is always a fun competitive game. We got the rival weekend, so this is going to be a big time game. So I like the star players in this matchup a lot because they're going to want to show off. A lot of people are going to be watching this. It's like higher ratings. These guys want to show off in front of a big crowd, so they know that a lot of people are going to be watching this primetime rivalry game. So I like Paul George. Great matchup for him. Ranked 24th against small forwards and 3-pointers allowed. They're giving up 3 a game. I think he'll get a lot more than that. He hit these 4 3-pointers in the second half alone. He had 0 going into the second half, and he hit 4 in that last game. So in the second half. So I really like him to go over this. I think this is going to be an awesome game. If you look at the over-under here, 229.5 with a 9-point favorite to the Clippers. I think it'll be a little bit closer than that, unless the Clippers just get off to a great start, which they've been doing a lot this year. So I like him for that. If you look at Daily Grind here, they've got this juiced up to a 52.81% chance, minus 128. So feeling good about that one. And then this next one, Anthony Davis for 16.5 rebounds and assists. I really feel good about this one. He's done this in 7 out of the last 10 games, and he's been in triple-double range a lot lately. So, he's been getting it done. The last time he played the Clippers, he didn't get any assists, and they kind of shut him down on the rebounding. But that was just a really bad game for him. He didn't score barely anything in that game either. So I think he's going to put up a big performance. He's been bouncing back hardcore. You can see he went for 15 rebounds against Utah and 11 assists, and they're way tougher than the Clippers are when it comes to that. So I feel really good about this one. If you look at Daily Grind here, this is a really juicy play, 54.3%. They have it at a minus 140, so pretty good odds to hit here. I like it at 16.5. 17.5 is a little bit different, but 16.5 is crazy value, so I really like this play. But yeah, the matchup's pretty good. 20th in assists allowed. He didn't get any last time, but that was just kind of a fluke game. And ever since then, he's been doing a lot better with the assists. So feel good about this one. 4th in rebounding allowed, but he went for 10 in the last one. So, he's going to give you 10 or more pretty much no matter what, unless it's like a terrible, terrible night for him. But so I feel pretty good about these two. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be rolling with, bro.
All right. Well, these are the 4 we're rolling with, guys, for first look on Underdog. If you'd like to check out the tools from Daily Grind, they're our official partner. They've been with us from the beginning. We just love those guys over there. They've been really awesome to us, and they're giving all of our viewers 25% off if you use code BACKDOOR. There's a link in the description of the video, but yeah, just code BACKDOOR, one word, and they'll give you 25% off of all of their tools. They've got the DFS optimizer that seamlessly works with Underdog and other platforms, and they also have the correlation tool that works for NFL and NHL and CS2. So if you're getting into a lot of different types of DFS type plays, Daily Grind can help you seek out plays with the DFS optimizer. You can also confirm plays by seeing what all the odds makers are doing. So yeah, if you're interested in checking that out, 25% off of any of the tools they offer. And if you want to check out our Discord, there's a link in the description of the video as well. It works out to be something like 50 cents a day. And we've got like a really good community over there, and it's just been growing, and everyone's kind of the whole thing in itself is like a resource, because you have so many people that kind of see the board from different perspectives, and all these different people catching value and sharing it with each other. And so we're constantly sharing slips and whatnot. So if you're interested in checking that out, there's a link in the description of the video. Other than that, we hope you guys have a great night, and we will catch you tomorrow in the Daily Show.
Good luck, guys.